This is the United Bank Playbook with Dana Holgorsen and Tony Caridi.
And without question, an historic weekend on the WVU campus as Big 12 Conference play is about to begin. Will there be, when two very fast-paced offensive teams get together, will there be a noticeable difference in style of play from a fan's perspective?
Yeah, I definitely think there will be, especially if you compare it to what the style of play was last week. I mean, we sat there and watched Maryland's offense take up two of the 3 hours, I think, of actual playing time. But yeah, it will. I mean, it's up tempo. It's kind of the nature of what college football is headed and where they've been for the last few years, especially in the Big 12. So, and it's exciting. I mean, there's a reason why there's a lot of schools doing this, and there's a reason why schools want to do this is because it does keep the crowd involved, and it's fun to watch.
You know Art Briles, although you haven't worked together with him for over a decade, but you do know the guy. Characterize his mindset. What does he like to attack? What does his philosophy of the game?
Well, the philosophies our philosophies are really similar. What the actual plays are and how we get to the end result are different, but our philosophies are much along the same lines. I mean, defensively, we're about the same. We like to we like to heat it up if we need to, but would rather be in position to make plays. Offensively, we're going to be up tempo. We're going to do our best to establish the run and try to hit you on the big play. From an energy standpoint, that's all he really talks about. He's big on confidence. He's big on energy, and as you know, I've said that to our team a bunch.
And they come in with a great deal of energy. They're playing particularly well. Nick Florence takes over at quarterback, and I'm not going to say he's RG3, but at this point, he's put up big numbers. Yeah,
they're on a 9-game win streak. If you look back to the last 4 or 5 games of the year, which is what won RG3 his Heisman Trophy is they were in a couple of stages against Oklahoma and Texas in particular that he had big games and they won the game, and then they went to a bowl game and scored 63 points and won their bowl game. We scored 70 a day later, I think it was, but the two programs are similar. I think we're on a 7 or 8 game win streak right now and got some confidence. So we're going to have two confident teams that do the same things on all 3 sides of the ball, so it should be a very festive, fun day.
You said in your Tuesday press conference that the Maryland game and the challenges that presented will help your football team this week. How?
Well, you look forward to your first close game. Our first two games weren't very close, so you don't know how your team's going to respond when it gets close. There are some challenging times on the sidelines against Maryland. I mean, our backs were against the wall just a little bit, and we needed to respond to that. And I think our team did respond to that. From a speed of the game, it did pick up. They had some kids that could run, and they from just the actual speed of the game, we adjusted it to. It's going to be a whole nother level now. Now we got to play with tempo in between the snaps, in addition to in between the whistles as well.
And one final thought, obviously you've been encouraging the fans to bring it at the highest decibel level possible because these are very important games.
Yeah, this is a huge game. Anytime it's a conference game, it's a huge game. Yeah, commend our fans for their support last week. I thought the energy was average, and that's our sideline as well. Our sideline, it was average. And just the atmosphere in general is average. I anticipate that to be completely different from a sideline standpoint and from a stadium standpoint.
All right, Coach, we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
This is the United Bank Playbook with Dana Holgorsen and Tony Caridi.